I had a bun. I was trying to wait to take it down, but it seemed like I took the front down, right? And then the bun was like, me too. It's cute though. Anyway, I digress. Um, what's the word? Wednesday. First of all, happy Wednesday. We made it midweek in the first actual like full week of the new year, like full work week for some of you. Um, Great job. I'm disrobing because it's warm in my car. However, what's the word today? Clarity. Now, if you are Christ conscious, you believe in God, you will know that the Bible says that God is not one of confusion. So, if you're unclear on something, if you're confused about something, you're not living then in your purpose. Sorry. There's no way, right? Because things that are clear make sense, right? Like right now, my glasses need to be cleaned, so I can see, but I can't see as well as I will be after I clean these glasses. Clarity is a big thing, right? Clarity allows us to be specific in our desires, in our requests, um, in our needs, in everything. If I say, hey, can you bring that thing over there and do the thing, right? Uh, what some have called mom speak, and where you just say something and the kids are supposed to just understand it, right? And most times they do. However, uh, it's not clear, right? And speaking and having conversations with people, you need to be clear, right? You need to say it in a manner that is easily understandable, right? One, you want your point to be understood. You want to make it clear. You want to say it in a way that anyone can understand it. That's why public speaking is really well. And customer service, especially phone customer service, I think are awesome for those things because, right? Because you have to learn how to, without facial cues, without verbal cues, without human interaction or person-to-person contact, great risings, queen. You have to be able to get your point across um, without, you know, not meaning what you say, essentially, right? So to be clear is not just in your overall message, but your tone, um, your delivery, and then the end result. What do you want to happen from whatever it is that you said? Clarity provides a lot. Like, what are your goals? If you're not specific, you may end up with almost, but not exactly what you want. For example, if I say, hey, when you come over to the house, can you bring some cookies, right? You could bring any kind of cookies, right? But if what I really want is chocolate chip cookies, if I am not clear, then it is my fault that I don't get chocolate chip cookies. However, if I am clear, I will get chocolate chip cookies and everybody will be very, very happy. So, how does that break down in terms of goals, right? If you're not clear in what you want your end result to be, you may feel like you're pulled in a lot of different ways because there are a lot of things that can speak to you or that may resonate with you towards that goal. However, you need to be very specific. Uh, Men and women alike say this, especially when it comes to dating. You have to be specific. Now, again, still make room for that X factor, that unknown factor, that miracle waiting to happen. But for the most part, you need to be as clear as possible. If you say, for example, the car that I have, I took it, me and the family took it on a trip not this specific one. Let me be clear. Before it was purchased, right? Me and the boys took a trip, and we had rented a car to go on this trip, and the car was very similar to the one now that I have, right? But in riding in it, I was like, yo, have you ever rented a car and you're like, yo, this is the bee's knees, right? Now, because we travel a lot, and at the time I was like, yo, I'm not putting a whole lot of miles on my car, because it was an older car, and it was just easier, right? It was easier to rent cars, so I liked it. We got to play around, we got to check out different cars. It was great until we stumbled upon the one that was very similar to the one that I now own. I was like, yo, I gotta have it because it's got automatic doors, because it's got so much space, because it's got stow and go. I was very specific. So when the opportunity arose to get exactly what I wanted, I got it. But that's because I knew exactly what I wanted. It makes it much easier. And we talked about this the other day about focusing. It's easier to find what you're looking for when you're focused on it. But to focus on it, you have to know what you're looking for. You may say, oh, another great one. If you, again, I like kids' movies, and I love Shrek. So do you remember the scene where Fiona tells Donkey to go get a flower, a blue flower with red thorns, but Donkey is colorblind, right? So Donkey is very lucky because he really was just sent on a dummy mission, but he still got the right flower. However, with his colorblindness, by default, he shouldn't have been able to find the flower because regardless of what color she told him, he can't see it. There was no clarity. Everything was black and white for him, right? Clarity, again, in between relationships, whether it's a business relationship, a partnership, whatever. If there's a lack of clarity, a lack of understanding, things can go awry really, really quickly. So, it's in your best interest when you're designing your goals, when you're creating your routine, when you're saying your mantras, that you are very specific. For example, my routine in the morning, I typically try to get up at 5, right? And the first thing I do, I have a little playlist with, excuse me, my morning meditation, and then several affirmations, and then a couple of really, really good for your soul songs. And I do this before my feet hit the floor because I'm trying to get my mindset in such a manner that I am so pumped for the day that I'm ready to go before I even hit the ground, right? So that's me knowing exactly what I need to be able to function in this world. Oh, I tried to be somewhere where the connection was good, but I'll keep talking and you catch up. There it goes. So, clarity. What's the word Wednesday? It's clarity. To understand and to be understood specifically, down to a T. Attention to detail is very, very, very big and high on my list when it comes to clarity, right? You want to brainstorm and really think about your goals, what it may take to get there, what it may take from you, what it may take for other people to help you with. That kind of thing will allow you to devise the best plan of action, right? Now, the good thing about it is as long as you have a goal in mind, like again, it's January. A lot of people are like, okay, boom, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get in the gym. Awesome. I had a great class last night, and what I told my students is when I started my fitness journey, I won't even say weight loss because it wasn't, the weight loss was a bonus. I didn't go into it with a set number in mind, with a set body type in mind. I went into it with the idea that I just wanted to be healthy for the rest of my life. And that's what I told my students last night. Think about your goal. Is it really to lose weight, or is it to be able to have a long, healthy, and prosperous life? Um, Physically, mentally, and emotionally, because that will keep you committed longer than getting down to a certain number. Because once you reach that number, most times what happens is you put back on those pounds because you didn't have a goal after, or a longer goal, or a long-term goal. So today, the word is clarity. Get specific about your goals. What is it that you really want to achieve, accomplish, whether it be through fitness or through a business or any other goal that you have in mind? Sit down, write it down. Again, make a routine, make it a habit. Do it over and over again until it becomes a part of your day to day. Do this every day so that it just becomes part of your life, right? You transform your mind, you transform the belief, you believe it, you think it, you believe it, you do it. It's simpler said than done, but you just got to start. Look for the clarity in your goals and then watch how the rest just kind of falls into place. Today is Wednesday. Again, the word of the day today is clarity. I hope that this live gave you a little bit more clarity. Um, I hope that if you like it, you share it. I hope that if you like it, you comment, tag somebody. You start a watch party. That thing's cool. Um, Whatever you got to do, but help me get this message out there. I appreciate it. And don't forget, I teach class tonight because your body is meant to move and bend and stretch. Um, Today is a different time. We've moved it up to 5:30. The reason being is because there's a really, really amazing strength training class with Yashima Clarkson right after mine. They used to be at the same time, but instead we staggered them, so now you can attend both. And I completely recommend it, right? Women, we tend to do a lot of cardio to lose the weight, and then we don't put on any muscle. We don't have any strength, right? So, come for the cardio, stay for the strength. I'll see you tonight at 5:30. And not in the gym tonight. We'll be upstairs in the group fitness room, okay? I hope y'all have an amazing day. I'll check y'all later. Peace.